So we're taking on the challenge here, and anybody who lives in Iowa City knows that relative to other cities in Iowa and their surrounding region, we have a significant challenge with regard to the affordability of housing.
There's a need for student housing, but then also that puts a pressure on the local market.
For a variety of reasons, studies have listed Iowa City as the most expensive place to live in the Hawkeye State. That's why the Iowa City City Council made affordable housing a top priority.
So that we build a strong affordable housing policy as a region.
At the beginning of 2016, the council asked city staff to develop a plan to tackle the issue. After months of review by several different departments and organizations, the end result was an action plan that included 15 recommendations.
And it's such a comprehensive approach. There are so many different facets to what they're trying to do. So it's not just one thing that they've identified, but several different things. And it's just, to me, I don't know, it's incredible that they're doing this, and hopefully it will really spur a lot more discussion about creating affordable housing opportunities everywhere in Johnson County.
The plan is to have implemented each of the 15 items by the end of 2017. The proposals range from direct subsidies to zoning code changes, some of which have already been put in place.
This is a very, very high priority.
One item that sparked a lot of excitement was the newly created Affordable Housing Fund, which recommends contributing $500,000 to $1 million on an annual basis. Half of the funds would go to the Johnson County Housing Trust Fund. 30% would be for land banking, and the remaining 20% used towards low-income housing tax credits.
And those funds are made available to housing organizations or local entities or developers who propose to do affordable housing. They in turn then have to ensure that the folks that are utilizing the housing that we're providing money for are going to meet the low to moderate income standards.
Neighborhood Services Coordinator Tracy Heitschuh says the financial support is more critical now than ever before.
In the last 15 years we've seen declining federal funds coming into us for affordable housing. So looking at the long term, we can't rely on our federal funds always being there. So it's really important to have an annual consideration and an annual amount coming in so that we can implement programs and we can incent affordable housing.
The exact amount that would be budgeted each year will have to be carefully considered, which could lead to tough decisions.
We have a responsibility to the taxpayers in Iowa City. So we'll have to think about that from year to year about the amount of, in terms of the amount of money that would be put into the new line item having to do with affordable housing. If something unexpected happens, maybe one year, maybe we can't afford it. I don't know. We'll find out, because sometimes bad unexpected things happen.
While the measures being put forth will provide incentives, it will take investors of affordable housing units to complete the process.
We can lay the groundwork for affordable housing, but until we get providers that actually build the housing and sell the housing at lower rates and rent, so we're relying a lot on the private sector.
For the Housing Trust Fund of Johnson County, the plan is a step in the right direction.
It is huge. I've worked in affordable housing for 25 years, and I've never had anything like this happen before.
The goal is to alleviate pressure on the market, but Mayor Throgmorton says this plan is not a blueprint to eliminate what is and will continue to be a tough issue facing the city of Iowa City.
In the end, I think it'd be too optimistic to say that we are going to solve the affordable housing problem in Iowa City. That's just pretty naive. What we will be able to do is make significant progress toward addressing the problem. And that in itself is huge, and it is a major step forward for Iowa City and for the region as a whole.
If you want to read the entire Affordable Housing Action Plan, you can do so by visiting icgov.org/affordablehousing. You can also view the study session and public meeting during which city staff discuss the plan by going to citychannel4.com/video.